Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Real English Talk. I'm Tom.
And I'm Jessica. Hello to all our wonderful listeners. Tom, quick question. How do you feel before a party where you don't know many people?
Honestly, a little nervous.
Really? You seem so confident.
I look confident. Inside, I'm thinking, what do I say? What if there's silence? What if nobody wants to talk to me?
That is so relatable. Most people feel that way. They just don't say it.
And today we're talking about how to feel and sound more confident when you communicate, in English or in any language.
We're going to share a really useful framework from a Harvard professor. It's called TALK. 4 simple letters, 4 powerful ideas.
TALK. Topics: asking, levity, kindness. Stay with us and please subscribe to Real English Talk. Let's get into it.
The T in TALK stands for topics. What you talk about matters a lot.
Most people prepare for a meeting or a party in many ways. They choose their clothes. They think about where to go. But do they prepare what to talk about?
Almost nobody does. Research from Harvard shows that only about 10% of people prepare topics before a conversation.
10%. That's almost nothing.
And yet, spending just 30 seconds writing down a few topics before a conversation makes a huge difference. You feel less nervous, the conversation flows more easily, and you enjoy it more.
I actually tried this last week. I had dinner with some new colleagues. Before I went in, I wrote 3 topics on my phone: the weather, a film I'd just seen, a question about their work.
And how did it go?
So much better than usual. I didn't use all 3 topics, but just having them ready made me feel calm.
That's exactly the point. You don't need to use every topic. You just need to feel prepared. And there are 3 levels of conversation topics.
Tell us about them.
Think of a pyramid. At the bottom, small talk, safe topics anyone can discuss: weather, the weekend, sports, easy and light.
We talked about this in our small talk episode. Small talk is the bridge, not the destination.
Exactly. The middle of the pyramid, more personal topics. Things the other person cares about, their interests, their experiences. And at the top, deep conversation, real feelings, big ideas, meaningful connection.
And good preparation helps you move up the pyramid, from small talk to something real. The A in talk stands for asking questions.
Questions are powerful, really powerful. When you ask someone a question, you're saying, "I'm interested in you. I want to know more." That feels good. People like it.
But not all questions are equal. There's a big difference between a basic question and a follow-up question.
A follow-up question is when you take what someone just said and dig deeper. You go further. You show you were really listening.
Can you give an example? Like a basic question versus a follow-up?
Sure, basic question. Do you like your job? They say yes. You say great. End of conversation.
Dead end.
Now, with a follow-up, do you like your job? They say yes. You say, what's the best part of it? Or, was it what you expected when you started? Suddenly, the conversation opens up.
You're going from the surface to something real.
Exactly. And here's the key. You have to genuinely listen to the answer, not just wait for your turn to speak. Really listen, and then respond to what they actually said.
I had a conversation last month with someone at a networking event. He asked me what I did. I told him, and then he immediately started talking about himself. He wasn't asking because he was curious. He was asking just to fill silence.
People feel that immediately. The difference between genuine interest and just going through the
So ask real questions and actually listen to the answers. That's it. That's the superpower.
The L in talk stands for levity, and levity means lightness, humor, not taking everything too seriously.
Levity is the cure for boring conversations. When a conversation is too heavy or too serious, one moment of lightness changes everything.
And here's something interesting. When you make someone laugh, genuinely laugh, they like you more. They trust you more. They feel comfortable with you.
Laughter is a connection. It says we see the world the same way, at least for this moment.
But what if you're not naturally funny? Not everyone is good at telling jokes.
You don't have to be funny. You just have to be light. There's a big difference.
Exactly. Levity isn't about telling jokes. It's about not being too stiff. Smiling, laughing at yourself a little. Not every conversation has to be serious.
The Harvard professor who created the talk framework says that leaders who use humor, especially self-deprecating humor, are seen as more human, more approachable. People trust them more.
Self-deprecating humor? What does that mean exactly?
It means you make a small joke about yourself, your own mistakes, your own weaknesses, like, I prepared for this presentation for 2 weeks, and I still forgot my own name at the start. People laugh, they relax, and they like you more.
It shows you don't take yourself too seriously, and that makes others feel comfortable.
So you don't need to be a comedian. Just be human. Be a little light. Let yourself and others laugh.
The final letter, K, kindness. And this one might seem obvious, but it goes deeper than just being polite.
What does kindness look like in a conversation specifically?
It starts with how you respond. When someone shares something with you, don't just nod and move on. Acknowledge it. Show them you understood.
Like saying, that sounds really hard, or I understand why you feel that way.
Exactly. Those small phrases give the other person something important. They feel heard. They feel understood. That's a gift.
I think kindness also means not trying to win every conversation, not always giving your opinion. Sometimes just listening, really listening, is enough.
And kindness means making space for the other person. Not talking too much, not making the conversation all about you, leaving room for them to speak, to share, to be heard.
The professor says that a conversation is a cooperative game. 2 people working together, not competing.
When both people bring kindness to a conversation, something special happens. A real connection forms.
And that's what communication is really for. Not just exchanging information, but building connection between people.
Which is why kindness is the final and maybe the most important part of talk.
Before we close, let's do a quick review of the talk framework and then our vocabulary.
T. Topics. Prepare what you want to talk about. Even 30 seconds of preparation helps.
A. Asking. Ask follow-up questions. Be genuinely curious. Really listen to the answers.
L. Levity. Be a little light. Don't take everything too seriously. Let yourself and others laugh.
K. Kindness. Make the other person feel heard. Respond with warmth. Build connection, not just conversation.
4 letters, 4 ideas, and all of them things you can start doing in your very next conversation.
The message from today. Great Communication is a skill, not a talent you're born with. It can be learned. And talk gives you a simple way to start.
4 letters, 4 ideas, and all of them things you can start doing in your very next conversation. Prepare your topics, ask follow-up questions, add a little levity, and always bring kindness. Do those 4 things, and every conversation gets better.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and give us a like. Share it with someone who wants to communicate with more confidence.
And tell us in the comments, which part of talk do you find hardest? T, A, L, or K? We read every single comment. Until next week, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Tom. Keep communicating, keep connecting, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.